I'm Alex Cardinale, and you're watching a Alex Cardinale Entertainment production right here on the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. Enjoy the show.
WWE Takedown with Alex Cardinale. Are you ready for the ultimate WWE fan experience? Join lifelong WWE enthusiast Alex Cardinale as he dives into everything WWE on WWE Takedown. From in-depth discussions on the latest premium live events to revisiting the greatest matches in WWE history, Alex covers it all. Get exclusive previews, recaps, and more insights only on Alex Cardinale Entertainment. Don't miss out on the action. Tune in and be part of the WWE conversation. And now, ready to step into the ring and discuss WWE, here is Alex Cardinale live from Port St. Lucie, Florida.
Welcome WWE fans. Are you ready for the Ultimate Wrestling Showdown prediction event? Join lifelong WWE fan Alex Cardinale as he dives into the thrilling world of the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Event highlights. 30 men enter, but only one can win. Predict the winner and who will earn a championship match at WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Surprise returns, who will make a comeback this year? Live from Port St. Lucie. Catch Alex Cardinale live from Port A.C.E. Lucie as he shares his expert predictions on this year's lineup. Who will enter? Who will emerge victorious? Find out with Alex's insights. Join the conversation. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think will win the Royal Rumble? Which WWE superstar are you hoping to see return? Don't miss out on this electrifying event. Let the predictions begin. Get ready to rumble with Alex Cardinale and the WWE community. Tune in now and be part of the action.
Hello, WWE fans. Welcome to the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble Match Entry Prediction Show. I'm your host, WWE fan Alex Cardinale. Are you ready? Are you ready for the Royal Rumble, which takes place this Saturday afternoon in Saudi Arabia at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific? I am ready for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is one of my favorite premium live events, and the Royal Rumble match is one of my favorite matches that take place each and every year. Last week, we did the Women's Royal Rumble match entry prediction show, and I predicted that Bianca Belair will win this year's Women's Royal Rumble match, but tonight we're going to do the Men's Royal Rumble match entry prediction show right now. If you haven't seen the Women's entry prediction show, it is on my YouTube channel, so go ahead and watch that. So, WWE fans, who do you think is going to make a surprise entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble match this year? Who do you think is going to win the Men's Royal Rumble match? Let me know in the chat and in the comments who you think is going to return and who you think is going to win the Men's Royal Rumble match. Who do I think is going to win? Who do I think is going to return? Well, let's find out right now. Let's kick off the Men's Royal Rumble match entry prediction show for 2026.
The following match is the 30-man Royal Rumble match. The match begins with two superstars entering the ring. Every 90 seconds, a new competitor joins the fray. A total of 30 superstars will compete for the ultimate prize, a main event opportunity at WrestleMania. The only way to eliminate a competitor is by throwing them over the top rope, with both feet touching the arena floor. Remember, folks, it's not over until both feet hit the ground. The match continues until all but one superstar have been eliminated. The last remaining competitor in the ring will be declared the winner of the Royal Rumble match. The victorious superstar earns the coveted opportunity to challenge for a world championship at WrestleMania, making this not just a match, but a career-defining moment. Additional highlights. Surprise entrance. Expect the unexpected as surprise entrants and returning legends make their way to the ring, adding to the excitement and unpredictability. Alliances and betrayals. Watch as friendships form and dissolve in the blink of an eye, with only one goal in mind, to be the last one standing. Endurance and strategy. Success in the Royal Rumble requires not just strength, but also endurance and strategic prowess to outlast 29 other competitors. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and get ready for a night of unforgettable action, as the Royal Rumble match promises to deliver heart-pounding excitement and unforgettable moments. Let the Rumble begin.
Let's find out the unlucky superstar who drew entry number 1. And it's the winner of the 2025 Royal Rumble match, and that is Jey Uso. Jey Uso won last year's Royal Rumble match, and then he went on to win the World Heavyweight Championship from Gunther at WrestleMania 41 last April. I think Jey Uso would be a great superstar to kick off the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble from Saudi Arabia. So I personally would have Jey Uso open the Royal Rumble as the first entrant. Now, I'm particularly not a huge fan of Jey Uso. He's a great tag team wrestler, but I'm not really a fan of his single work, although a lot of people like Jey Uso. He was champion for quite a while. So Jey Uso will start the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Now let's see who drew number 2 and who will start the Rumble match with Uso. The superstar that drew number 2 is also a former world champion and a former intercontinental champion, and he's the man that retired Goldberg and John Cena. And this Saturday, before the Men's Royal Rumble match, he has a chance to retire AJ Styles. Entering at number 2 is the ring general Gunther. Gunther had an incredible 2025. He started 2025 as the world champion, losing it to the Royal Rumble winner Jey Uso at WrestleMania 41. But then he went on to retire legends like Goldberg and John Cena. I think Gunther is an excellent opportunity to rekindle his feud from WrestleMania with Jey Uso starting off in the Royal Rumble match at entry number 2. Now, let's see who enters the Royal Rumble as our third entrant. Entering the Royal Rumble at entry number 3 is Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is a talented superstar, and I think he can do a lot of aerobatic moves in the Men's Royal Rumble match. So Dragon Lee would square off against Jey Uso and Gunther in the Men's Royal Rumble match. Now let's find out who's going to draw entry number 4. Who is going to be our fourth entrant. Entry number 4 would be Solo Sikoa. You know, I'm actually a fan of Solo Sikoa. It's a shame that right now Solo Sikoa is being relegated to the tag team division. He is currently a tag team champion. But Solo Sikoa is a great Samoan wrestler. I believe he is the future of Samoan wrestling. And I think one day he could potentially be WWE champion or World Heavyweight champion. And what better way to cement his legacy by winning the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match? I'm tired of seeing Roman Reigns champion all the time. Maybe it's time we let Solo Sikoa have a championship run. He definitely deserves it. But I see Solo Sikoa entering the Men's Royal Rumble match as our fourth entrant. And now, let's see who drew entry number 5. Who is our fifth entrant? All right, our fifth entrant is going to be a WWE Hall of Famer and the man that won the Royal Rumble match 20 years ago, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio made history 20 years ago in 2006 when he lasted a long time in the ring and he won the Royal Rumble, eventually winning the World Championship at WrestleMania 22. Can history repeat itself 20 years later in this year's 2026 Men's Royal Rumble? We'll find out. But never, ever count out the underdog, Rey Mysterio. Sometimes he has proven to be David versus Goliath, and he takes on giant tasks and giant wrestlers. He has proven in the past he has what it takes to win a Men's Royal Rumble. So we'll see how Rey Mysterio does in this year's Royal Rumble. And Jamal is picking Logan Paul to be the top 1 to top 2 to win this year's Royal Rumble. That is a great pick. I like Logan Paul. He's also picking Jey Uso, top 3 to top 2 as well. Jey Uso can be a repeat winner as well. Now, let's find out who's going to enter the Royal Rumble at entry number 6. Entering the Royal Rumble at number 6 is the aforementioned Logan Paul. Logan Paul is a talented superstar. He is a talented YouTuber, but shockingly, he is a talented WWE superstar. He went from boxer to pro wrestler, and he is killing it in the WWE ring. I am a huge fan of Logan Paul, and I would love to see Logan Paul WWE champion someday, or world champion, and he could definitely start that by winning the Royal Rumble. I think he's going to have a great showing in this year's Royal Rumble. Now, let's find out who drew entry number 7. Well, entering the 2026 Royal Rumble at entry number 7 is the man that started last year's Royal Rumble and made his Royal Rumble debut last year, and that is the incredible Penta. Penta is an incredible Mexican wrestler. He's had a great first year with WWE, and this year he looks to make another impressive showing in the Royal Rumble match. This year, luck is on Penta's side. Instead of being number 2, he'll be number 7 in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Who's going to be our 8th entrant? Will we have our first surprise? Let's see who drew number 8 in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. Well, coming back at number 8, it's our first surprise entrant. And coming back for being attacked by the Vision is none other than L.A. Knight. L.A. Knight is a good wrestler. I find L.A. Knight to be a little bit overrated, but that's my personal opinion. I'm not a huge fan of L.A. Knight, but I know L.A. Knight has a lot of fans out there. I just think he tries so hard to be Stone Cold or The Rock, but a lot of people like L.A. Knight. Anyway, I see L.A. Knight returning in the Royal Rumble match, and and I predict him to return at around number 8. Now let's see who enters the Royal Rumble as entry number 9. Who's going to be our 9th entrant? Entering the Royal Rumble at number 9, from Division, Bronson Reed. The big bad monster Bronson Reed from Australia will enter the Royal Rumble as our 9th entrant. What destruction! What superstars will Bronson Reed tsunami inside the Royal Rumble? We'll find out as Bronson Reed enters the Royal Rumble as our 9th entrant. Bronson Reed from the Vision. And now, we're a third of the way through the Men's Royal Rumble match. Let's find out who's going to enter the Royal Rumble as entry number 10. Let's find out. Entering the Royal Rumble as our 10th entrant is going to be a debut in the Royal Rumble. Coming to WWE from AEW will be Powerhouse Hobbs, but his name for WWE is rumored to be Royce Keys. And usually from past Royal Rumbles, WWE likes to have a surprise entrant as number 10. Some recent times have shown that number 10, Ty Dillinger, would return to the WWE. There's been legends that come out at number 10, but this year I think number 10 is going to be the WWE debut of Powerhouse Hobbs, aka his WWE name, Royce Keys. I can't wait to see Powerhouse Hobbs in the WWE. I watched him in AEW slam Paul White on a car. He slammed Paul White through a car roof. Man is strong. I can't wait to see him in the WWE. Let's find out who is going to be entry number 11 in this year's Royal Rumble match. Entering the Men's Royal Rumble match at entry number 11, the dark horse to win the entire thing. From Division, the badass, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker will be entering the Royal Rumble as the 11th entrant, and you gotta think he is the favorite to win this year's Royal Rumble. He is on a tear recently, spearing everyone in his path and injuring everyone in his path. Recently suspended from Monday Night Raw, his suspension was lifted this past Monday on Raw, and he was declared for the Men's Royal Rumble match. You gotta think he's an instant favorite to win the entire thing. I like Braun Breaker. I think he's a great, talented superstar. He's definitely the future of the WWE, and he definitely is a future world champion. Maybe as soon as this year's main event of WrestleMania. Now, let's find out who gets lucky number 12. Who is our 12th entrant in the Men's Royal Rumble match? Well, Braun Breaker's going to have some tough competition because entering the Royal Rumble as our 12th entrant is the Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu is pretty pissed off after being attacked by Drew McIntyre at last Saturday night's main event. And he's going to take it out in the Men's Royal Rumble match as Jacob Fatu tries to earn himself a championship match at WrestleMania 42. It's going to be awesome to see Jacob Fatu go up against superstars like Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Roman Reigns, etc. I've got Jacob Fatu entering the Royal Rumble as our 12th entrant. Now, let's see who enters at number 13. Entering the Royal Rumble at entry number 13, another member of Division, the multi-talented Austin Theory. Austin Theory will enter the Men's Royal Rumble as our 13th entrant. He has proven himself since he returned. He's a great, talented superstar. Now let's see who is going to enter at number 14. who's going to be our 14th entry. Well, entering the Royal Rumble as our 14th entry is going to be none other than the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has declared for this year's Royal Rumble, and I see him entering the Royal Rumble as our 14th entrant. Will Roman Reigns win his second Royal Rumble? Well, he definitely is the favorite to win this year's Royal Rumble, and rightfully so. He is the longest reigning WWE champion in modern history, and he has dominated Royal Rumble matches in the past. Will he win this year's Royal Rumble? It remains to be seen, but he definitely is a favorite to win this year's Royal Rumble. I can't wait to see Roman Reigns square off against the likes of Braun Breaker, Jacob Fatu, and other talented superstars. Now, we are halfway through the Men's Royal Rumble. Let's see who enters at number 15. Who is our 15th entrant? Well, making his WWE main roster debut at the Royal Rumble will be former NXT champion Obafemi. Obafemi is a talented superstar, and a superstar that has a lot of brute strength and power. He's going to decimate in this year's Royal Rumble. Imagine him facing off against the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns. That is definitely going to be exciting and epic. But I've got Obafemi as our 15th entrant. And now we await entry number 16. Entry number 16 is the man that likes to get bouncy, the OG, Javon Evans. Javon Evans enters his first Royal Rumble match. He is a young, talented superstar with a whole lot of potential, and he'll look to make a name for himself in this year's Royal Rumble match. Now, let's see who entry number 17 will be in this year's Royal Rumble. Entering the Royal Rumble as our 17th entrant is a former two-time Royal Rumble winner and multi-time WWE champion. As a matter of fact, he is a 14-time WWE World Champion. Entering the Royal Rumble as our 17th entrant is the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton hasn't really had a good storyline for the past couple of years, but he could be the focal point of WrestleMania by winning the Men's Royal Rumble match. He has proven in the past he has what it takes to win the Men's Royal Rumble match because he's done it twice. He's done it in 2009 and I believe 2017. Does he have what it takes to win a third Royal Rumble match? We'll find out. Now let's find out who's going to enter as our 18th entrant in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble. Entering at number 18 as a surprise entrant, current NXT superstar and former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, the guy that made a shocking WrestleMania appearance last year, taking on the Legend Killer, Randy Orton at WrestleMania 41. But also, Joe Hendry was part of Royal Rumble 2025. Will Joe Hendry have better luck in this year's Royal Rumble? We'll find out, as Joe Hendry will enter the Royal Rumble as our 18th entrant. Now, let's find out who our 19th entrant is going to be. Well, our 19th entrant is the winner of the 2023 and 2024 Royal Rumble, and that is the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare is also a two-time WWE champion, and the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes will be hoping to become the next superstar to win 3 Royal Rumbles. He only trails Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Cody Rhodes hopes to be the first man to do it since Stone Cold. And Randy Orton also won 2 Royal Rumbles, but Cody Rhodes wants to win this year's Royal Rumble so that he can get his WWE Championship back from the Scottish psychopath Drew McIntyre. Remember, Drew McIntyre won the WWE title thanks to Jacob Fatu in the 3 Stages of Hell match on SmackDown earlier this month. So expect Cody Rhodes to come in and try to dominate and eliminate Jacob Fatu and win this year's Royal Rumble match. He's one of my favorites to win this year's men's Royal Rumble match, and I'd love to see him win a 3rd Royal Rumble. Now we are 2/3 of the way through the men's Royal Rumble match. Who's going to enter at entrant number 20? Let's find out. Entering his first Royal Rumble in multiple years is the recently returning Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder. It's awesome to see Matt Cardona, a.k.a. Zack Ryder, back in the WWE, and he'll be entering this year's Royal Rumble as our 20th entrant. And now, let's find out who's going to be our 21st entrant in this year's Royal Rumble. Entering this year's Royal Rumble, the recent NXT call-up Trick Willie. Trick Williams will be entering this year's Royal Rumble as our 21st entrant, and I think Trick Williams has been doing a killer job on Friday Night SmackDown. He recently was involved in the Saturday Night's main event in the Fatal 4-Way, and he did a great job. I see a great showing for Trick Williams in this year's men's Royal Rumble match. And now we are ready to see who is going to enter the Royal Rumble as our 22nd entrant. Let's find out right now who gets entry number 22. Well, announced earlier today on the Pat McAfee Show on ESPN, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, will enter the Royal Rumble at entry number 22. And just like Randy Orton and just like the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar is a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. He won the 2003 and 2022 Royal Rumbles. And if Brock Lesnar wins this year's Royal Rumble, he will be a 3-time Royal Rumble winner. Brock Lesnar would love to come in, decimate, and win the Royal Rumble and go on to fight the champion of his choosing at WrestleMania 42. But I got the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, entering the Royal Rumble match as our 22nd entrant. And now we're going to find out who drew entry number 23. Who's going to be our 23rd entrant? Let's find out right now. Entry number 23 will be former world champion Damian Priest. Damian Priest will look for redemption. He'll look to redeem himself by winning the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble. He recently won an ambulance match over on Friday Night SmackDown, so he hopes to carry that momentum into this year's Men's Royal Rumble. And now let's find out who's going to draw entry number 24. One of the many lucky numbers in the Royal Rumble match. Entry number 24 is the current United States champion on Friday Night SmackDown, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes recently won the United States Championship, and he hopes to continue his momentum in this year's Royal Rumble. He has had a great showing in recent Royal Rumbles. Well, how will he do in this year's Royal Rumble? We'll find out. Now it's time for entry number 25, who should be our 25th entrant. Entering at number 25 is the winner of the 2018 Royal Rumble match, Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, for whatever reason, the WWE has been hesitant to give Shinsuke Nakamura a WWE Championship or a World Heavyweight Championship. I think he'd be a great World Champion for WWE. Well, he can redeem himself by winning the men's Royal Rumble match and become a two-time Royal Rumble winner. Shinsuke Nakamura enters the Royal Rumble as our 25th entrant. And now let's find out who draws entry number 26. Who's going to be our 26th entrant? Let's find out right now. Entering the men's Royal Rumble at entry number 26 is none other than former WWE Champion and the man that headlined WrestleMania 27 against John Cena, The Miz. The Miz will enter Royal Rumble at entry number 26. The Miz has never won a Royal Rumble, but he has many accomplishments, but winning the Royal Rumble is not one of them. Will this year be the year The Miz finally wins the Royal Rumble? We will find out. But right now, let's find out who's going to be entry number 27. From NXT, it is the NXT North American Champion, All Ego, Ethan Page. Ethan Page is one of my current favorite superstars from NXT, and I can't wait to see Ethan Page on the main roster. He could make his PLE main roster debut in this year's Royal Rumble. He's a great heel, and I really like Ethan Page, and I think he'd have a great showing in this year's Royal Rumble. Ethan Page is one of our surprises in this year's Royal Rumble. And now, let's see who draw entry number 28. Who can be our 28th entrant? If this happens, this would be an absolute shocker. But according to recent rumors, he has been in talks with WWE for an in-ring return for quite some time. So, entering the Royal Rumble at entry number 28, the only three-time Royal Rumble match winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin. And I say the only three-time Royal Rumble winner in recent times. So Stone Cold Steve Austin could potentially make a return to the ring at entry number 28 in this year's men's Royal Rumble match. It would be cool to see Stone Cold return. He had a great match a couple years ago in Dallas, Texas at WrestleMania 38 against Kevin Owens. But how would he do in a Royal Rumble match? That would be interesting to see. Again, this is not a spoiler. It is only based on current rumors, but it would be cool to see Stone Cold in this year's men's Royal Rumble match. And now, who will be entry number 29? We've got two entries left. Who is going to be our 29th entrant? And entering the Royal Rumble at entry number 29 would be the returning Chad Gable. We haven't seen Chad Gable in quite some time, thanks to an injury. But Chad Gable could return to this year's Royal Rumble and make a name for himself and prove he is a championship-worthy contender. And he could do so inside the men's Royal Rumble match. And now, let's find out who gets the coveted entry 30. Who is entrant number 30 in this year's Royal Rumble match? Let's find out. And making his WWE return for the first time in quite some time would be none other than Y2J Chris Jericho. I see Chris Jericho returning to WWE, and I see him being a surprise entrant in the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match. And what better way than to be entry number 30. Jericho wants to finish his career at WWE, where he's had the most success in his career, and I, for one, would welcome Chris Jericho back with open arms in the WWE. He's going to have one last run before he enters the Hall of Fame, and his return could be at Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at this year's Royal Rumble as our 30th entrant. So there are all 30 superstars. Now, let's talk about the surprises that happened in this year's Royal Rumble. So, surprise entries for this year's Royal Rumble. Let me take a look at my notes here. Surprise entries for this year's Royal Rumble would be L.A. Knight, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chad Gable, and Chris Jericho. Again, that's L.A. Knight, Powerhouse Hobbs, Ethan Page, Joe Hendry, Stone Cold, Chad Gable, and Chris Jericho. And now it's time to find out who's going to be the final 6, final 4, and final 2. We'll start with the final 6. Who's going to be the final 6 superstars? Well, in my personal opinion, I think the final 6 superstars are going to be the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, your Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, the Badass Braun Breaker, Y2J, Chris Jericho, and the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. Now you've got Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu destroying each other as the final 6. You've got Roman Reigns battling Braun Breaker, and you've got sort of a dream match between Brock Lesnar and Chris Jericho as the final 6. And now let's find out who I think is going to be the final 4 in this year's Royal Rumble match. The final 4 after Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu eliminate each other, I think is going to be Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, Chris Jericho, and Brock Lesnar. I've got Reigns, Breaker, Jericho, and Lesnar as the final 4, and I think Braun Breaker will somehow eliminate Jericho and Roman Reigns to lead us to the final 2. And what better way to build up Braun Breaker than by having the final 2 in this year's Men's Royal Rumble match being Braun Breaker and the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. So Brock Lesnar and Braun Breaker are this year's final 2. And now it is time for me to pick the winner of this year's Royal Rumble match. After careful consideration, I had a couple of picks. Obviously, Roman Reigns was high on that list. The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, was high on that list. But I really think this year's Royal Rumble is going to be someone younger and someone new and someone exciting. So this year, I am picking the badass Braun Breaker to win this year's Royal Rumble. That would be very exciting, it'd be very refreshing, and it would be a change for once. I see Braun Breaker winning the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match and going on to WrestleMania 42 and beating CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. You know, I kind of want to see Braun Breaker win, but if Braun Breaker doesn't win, I want to see the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, win. So my pick for winning the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble match is the badass Braun Breaker. Going to be a very, very exciting Royal Rumble, and I can't wait to see how Braun Breaker does in the Royal Rumble match, and if he actually does win the Royal Rumble match. So WWE fans, who do you think is going to win this year's Royal Rumble match? And who do you think is going to return in this year's Royal Rumble match? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's take a quick break and hear some important promos. And when I come back, we'll wrap up this amazing show. This Saturday, on Saturday with Alex Cardinale, I am going to recap and review the Royal Rumble. Get ready to rumble on the next Saturday with Alex Cardinale. It's Royal Rumble Saturday, and it's live. Saturday, January 31st, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. This year, I'll be recapping and reviewing the Royal Rumble since it's airing in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, a few hours before our show. Get a complete Royal Rumble recap and results. Plus, I'll discuss the Royal Rumble match winners and their road to WrestleMania 42. The animal of the world will be the Tasmanian Devil. Aqua Alex's featured fish will be the Blood Parrot and Flowerhorn Cichlid. There will be some Seagrass Farms featured fish. Play Two Truths and a Lie on the Royal Rumble, and a whole lot more. Don't miss Royal Rumble Saturday with Alex Cardinale, live this Saturday, January 31st, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific, right here on YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment.
Super Bowl 60 weekend, Super Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Get ready to kick off your Super Bowl weekend in style with Super Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Join the excitement on Saturday, February 7, 2026, at 10 p.m. Eastern/7 p.m. Pacific exclusively on the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. What's happening on Super Saturday? Prepare for an unforgettable evening packed with entertainment, fun, and fascinating insights. Animals of the world. Blue heron representing Seattle. Red fox representing New England. Aqua Alex featured fish. Green bird wrasse representing Seahawks. Malawi hawk cichlid representing Seahawks. Panther grouper representing Patriots. Frontosa cichlids representing Patriots. Special feeded fish from Segrest Farms. Game time fun. 3 rounds of Two Truths and a Lie. Test your knowledge about the Super Bowl, New England Patriots, and Seattle Seahawks. Team insights. Facts about the Patriots and Seahawks to fuel your fan spirit. Culinary delights. Explore New England and Seattle cuisine with exclusive recipes from Chef Alex. Don't miss out on the most entertaining prelude to Super Bowl 60. Tune in live on February 7th, and let's make this a Super Saturday to remember. Subscribe now to the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Join the ultimate Super Bowl 60 pre-show with Alex Cardinale. Get ready for a football extravaganza as Saturday with Alex Cardinale proudly presents the Super Bowl 60 pre-show. Join Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, Alex Cardinale, just hours before the big game for an epic kickoff to the biggest event in sports. Event details. Date, Sunday, February 8, 2026. Time, 3 p.m. Eastern/12 noon Pacific. Where, live on YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment. Super Bowl 60 Showdown. Witness the intense rematch of Super Bowl 49 as the 2025 AFC champion New England Patriots take on the 2025 NFC champion Seattle Seahawks. Will the Patriots repeat history, or will the Seahawks achieve redemption and claim the coveted Vince Lombardi trophy? Tune in to find out. What's happening in the pre-show? Breakdown of the 2025 season. Dive deep into the journeys of both teams as they fought their way to Super Bowl 60. Keys to victory. Discover the strategies each team needs to secure the win. Super Bowl party tips. Get last-minute advice to make your Super Bowl party unforgettable. Predictions. Hear predictions from Alex Cardinale and share your own thoughts. And there's more excitement to enjoy, so don't miss out. Join us live. Be part of the action and join fellow football fans for this thrilling pre-show. See you on Super Bowl Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time/12 noon PT on YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment. Don't miss the Super Bowl 60 post-show. Conclude Super Bowl 60 weekend with the Super Bowl 60 post-show presented by Saturday with Alex Cardinale. Join us live. Date, Sunday, February 8, 2026. Time, 11 p.m. Eastern/8 p.m. Pacific. Where, YouTube channel Alex Cardinale Entertainment. What to expect. Complete recap, relive every thrilling moment from Super Bowl 60. Exciting highlights, see all the standout plays and pivotal moments. detailed analysis, get in-depth insights and commentary, and much more. Whether you're a diehard fan or just catching up on the action, Alex Cardinale has you covered with everything you need for an unforgettable Super Bowl celebration.
Alright, WWE fans, I hope you enjoyed the women's and men's Royal Rumble match entry prediction shows this year. I had a blast hosting them, and I can't wait for 2027's men's and women's Royal Rumble match entry prediction shows. The road to WrestleMania 42 begins this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, at the Royal Rumble. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble, and I know you guys are excited for the Royal Rumble as well. Thank you all for watching the Men's Royal Rumble Match Entry Prediction Show. Don't miss the Royal Rumble live this Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, on ESPN in the USA and Netflix elsewhere. And don't forget, it's Royal Rumble Saturday with Alex Cardinale at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific this Saturday, and I will be recapping the Royal Rumble. Thank you, WWE fans, for watching, and enjoy the Royal Rumble this Saturday. Good night from Port St. Lucie, and enjoy the Royal Rumble. Thank you for watching this episode of the Alex Cardinale Entertainment. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy the show, please smash that like button and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified when I upload a new video or I go live next. And also, share this video on social media so other people can be entertained from the Alex Cardinale Entertainment YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video.